Death is one of the greatest mysteries of life, and across cultures, gods and goddesses have been given the role of ruling over the afterlife, guiding souls, and even passing judgment. But who are these deities? What do their stories tell us about how different civilizations view death? Today we're diving into the most powerful gods of death from around the world. Anubis is the ancient Egyptian god of funerary practices and care of the dead, represented by a jackal or the figure of a man with the head of a jackal. Anubis was associated with funerary rites, mummification, and the safe passage of souls into the afterlife. His presence was crucial in Egyptian beliefs about death, ensuring the deceased were properly prepared for their journey beyond. Anubis's role in Egyptian mythology was significant, particularly in the weighing of the heart ceremony. According to myth, when a person died, their heart was placed on a scale and weighed against the feather of Ma'at, the goddess of truth and justice. If the heart was lighter than the feather, the soul was allowed to enter Aru, the Egyptian paradise. But if the heart was heavy with sin, it was devoured by the monstrous Amit, and the soul was condemned to oblivion. Before Osiris took over as ruler of the underworld, Anubis was considered the primary god of the dead. Over time, he transitioned into a more specialized role as a guardian and guide of souls. His black skin, often mistaken as a representation of death, actually symbolized regeneration and rebirth, reinforcing the Egyptian belief that death was not an end but a transformation. Hades was the son of the titans Cronus and Rhea, and the elder brother of Zeus and Poseidon. When the three brothers defeated their father and divided the universe among themselves, Hades was given the underworld, ruling over the dead with absolute authority. His kingdom, often simply called Hades, was a vast and shadowy realm where souls resided after death. One of the most well-known myths about Hades is the abduction of Persephone, the daughter of the harvest goddess Demeter. According to legend, Hades fell in love with Persephone and took her to his underworld kingdom. In her grief, Demeter caused the world to wither, leading to the first winter. Eventually, a compromise was reached. Persephone would spend part of the year with her mother and part with Hades, explaining the cycle of seasons. Hades was not only the ruler of the dead but also the god of wealth, as precious metals and gems were hidden beneath the earth. His three-headed dog Cerberus stood guard at the entrance to the underworld, preventing souls from escaping. Unlike other gods, Hades rarely left his domain, preferring to remain in the shadows of his dark kingdom. In Hindu mythology, Yama is the ultimate enforcer of justice in the afterlife. Known as the first mortal to have died, Yama was given dominion over the underworld, where he oversees the fate of departed souls. He is often depicted as a fearsome figure riding a black buffalo, holding a noose to capture souls at the moment of death. Yama's role extends beyond merely collecting souls. He is the judge of karma, maintaining meticulous records of every individual's deeds. According to Hindu beliefs, the soul undergoes reincarnation, and Yama determines whether a person is reborn into a better or worse existence based on their actions in life. Those who have committed terrible sins may be sent to Naraka, the Hindu underworld, where they must endure punishment before their next reincarnation. Yama is not always seen as a terrifying figure. In some interpretations, he is a wise and fair ruler who ensures that every action has consequences. His presence reinforces the concept of dharma, the idea that righteousness and morality govern the universe. In later Buddhist traditions, Yama also appears as the Lord of the Dead, overseeing a similar judgment process. His figure serves as a reminder that while death is inevitable, it is our actions in life that shape our ultimate fate. In the cold and shadowy depths of Helheim, the Norse underworld, reigns Hel, the daughter of the trickster god Loki and the giantess Angrboda. Hel was granted dominion over the dead by Odin, the chief of the Norse gods, and she ruled over those who perished from sickness, old age, or dishonorable means. Hel is often depicted as half living and half dead, with one side of her body appearing normal while the other is decayed and skeletal. This eerie appearance symbolizes her dominion over both the living and the dead. Unlike Valhalla, where fallen warriors feasted in glory, Hel's realm was cold and bleak, reflecting the Norse belief that death was not always heroic. Helheim was a place of rest for souls who did not die in battle, and once a soul entered her domain, there was no escape. Hel's role becomes crucial in Norse mythology during Ragnarok, the end of the world. It is said that she will release the dead to fight against the gods, marking the final battle between order and chaos. Although she is not inherently evil, Hel's presence in mythology embodies the inevitability of death and the unknowable fate that awaits all beings. Puch, also known as Kizan or Yum-Simul, is the Mayan god of death and ruler of Mitnal, the lowest and most fearsome level of the underworld. He is associated with darkness and disaster. Puch is often depicted with a skeletal appearance, adorned with bells. He is considered a malevolent deity who delights in death and destruction. In Mayan rituals, he was both feared and revered, and offerings were made to appease him and prevent misfortune. Hine-nui-te-pō, meaning Great Woman of Night, is the goddess of death in Maori mythology. She was born from the union of Tj-ni, the god of forests, and Hine-nui-te-pō, the first woman. Upon discovering that T-ni was both her father and husband, she fled to the underworld, becoming its ruler. Hine-nui-te-pō governs the passage of souls into the afterlife. She is often depicted as a formidable figure with red eyes and sharp teeth. According to Maori legend, the demigod Mcy attempted to gain immortality for humans by entering her sleeping body, but she awoke and killed him, solidifying mortality for humankind. Each of these deities plays a crucial role in their respective mythologies, embodying the complex human understanding of death, the afterlife, and the natural cycles of existence. Which of these gods do you find the most fascinating? Let me know in the comments below. And if you enjoyed this deep dive into mythology, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell for more incredible stories from history and legend. Thanks for watching.